Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
State lawmakers for Governor Brian Sandoval says Nevada's constitutional ban on gay marriage serves a legitimate purpose of preserving traditional marriage. The Attorney General's office late Tuesday filed a response with the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals over a challenge to Nevada's definition of marriage. A federal judge upheld the state's prohibition on same-sex marriage in 2012. The U.S. District Judge Robert Jones tossed out a lawsuit filed by 8 same-sex couples who argued an amendment passed by voters in 2002 defining a marriage as between a man and a woman is unconstitutional. Nevada's fight over gay marriage comes as federal courts in other states have struck down similar measures, most recently in Utah and Oklahoma. A bill repealing Nevada's ban was approved by the 2013 legislature but needs further action. The time it takes for the courts to return children to their homes or find safe permanent placements has been significantly reduced and now stands below the national average here in Nevada. The achievement over just a 2-year period is the result of actions of Nevada's district courts and the Supreme Court's improvement program. To overcome the barriers to the expedited termination of parental rights and the safe placement of children in need of protection, in its 2013 annual Progress and Services report, the Division of Child and Family Services reports that the median length of time it took for a child to be adopted in 2012 was reduced to just 30.7 months compared to the 36.3 months required in 2010. Nevada courts and child welfare agencies have now outpaced the national median, which is 32.4 months. The progress is due in large part to the fact that in 2010, each of Nevada's 10 judicial districts created a community improvement council to focus on identifying barriers to timely permanent placement of children at risk and enhance the well-being of children in care. Nevada State College hosted a groundbreaking ceremony last week celebrating the construction launch of 2 new buildings. Plans for the 2 structures, the Nursing Science and Education Building and the Students' Activities and Administration Building, include approximately 120,000 square feet of space on the college's developing 5-acre main campus. Construction of the new building is expected to last 14 months, at which time Nevada State College plans to consolidate all operations to the main campus. Small non-farm businesses in 35 California counties and neighboring counties in Arizona and Nevada are now eligible to apply for low-interest federal disaster loans from the U.S. Small Business Administration. These loans offset economic losses because of reduced revenues caused by the drought that began on January 1st of 2014, which also includes Nevada counties Clark, Douglas, Esmeralda, Lyon, Mineral, and Nye. The Small Business Administration eligibility covers both the economic impacts on businesses dependent on farmers and ranchers that have suffered agricultural production losses caused by the disaster and businesses directly impacted by the disaster. For more information, you can go to sba.gov. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada. We're going to go to your first business brief.
This is the first business brief for Thursday, January 23rd. I'm Angela Miles. Activist investor Carl Icahn is upping his stake in Apple. He tweeted Wednesday, having purchased 500 million more Apple shares in the last 2 weeks, our investment has crossed the $3 billion mark. Icahn calls it a disservice to investors that Apple's board is not markedly increasing its buyback. He's pushing for a $50 billion buyback on top of Apple's plan to give back $100 billion through 2015. Struggling Sears will close its flagship store in Chicago. The CEO has been selling off chunks of the retailer. The State Street store faces tough competition from Macy's and Target. It will close in April. And the Chevrolet Spark was the only car to earn an acceptable rating in a recent crash test of compact cars. That's the first business brief. I'm Angela Miles.
Thanks so much, Angela. When we come back from this break, we'll have your weather with Noah Began.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Thursday, January 23rd. Today we had cloudy skies with a high of 62 degrees, an average temperature of 59 degrees. Winds are coming from the east-northeast at 7 miles per hour with gusts up to 16 miles per hour. The UV index today was 2, which is low. Humidity was set at 18%. Sunrise is at 6:51 this morning, and the record high in 1948 was 76 degrees. Tonight we'll have partly cloudy skies with a low of 34 degrees and an average temperature of 40 degrees. Winds will be coming from the north-northeast at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 7 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 37%. Sunset was at 5:01 p.m. and the record low in 1937 was 14 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 65 degrees and a low of 34 degrees. Winds will be coming from the east-northeast at 3 miles per hour with gusts up to 6 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 22%. Sunrise would be at 6:50 a.m. and the UV index will be 3, which is moderate. For our 7-day forecast, we have a mostly cloudy week. Your high temperatures will be ranging from the mid-60s to the mid-70s, and your low temperatures will be ranging from the mid to high 30s.
Thank you so much, Noah. That's going to do it for this edition of News 46. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night.